Hey guys, and welcome back to another video on Brotato. For this one, we're going to go with a little bit of a fun build where I'm going to be using just turrets. Anything that doesn't revolve around me actually attacking as best as I can. So we're going to be using the Wrencher as it spawns in another turret. And we start as a Technomage, we start with a extra 2 turrets. So every elemental damage that we have, we get structure attack speed, and we get +2 elemental damage per structure that we get. So we are going to try and stack as many structures as we can and elemental damage. We're also just going to go on difficulty 3 so that it isn't too hard and it isn't too easy. So as we can see, the turrets are already kind of slow. We might just smack an enemy in the face with our wrench every now and then. But overall, it'll be perfectly fine, I'm sure. Ooh, we even got a tree down here. I wonder if we can break it in time. We could. Alright. We definitely want another one of those and another one of those. That's a perfect start. We'll lock that. We could take that. It's dodge and harvesting, which is really good for us. And then we'll also take that for more damage. I'm actually not too sure on how we make our structures do damage, but I'm sure we can find a way. Especially, I'm sure if we combine these, they do more damage. Wait, there it's okay, so we need to up our engineering. All right. So anything that has engineering along with these, we are going to go for. I also just got an achievement by having 5 structures on the map at once, which was incredibly easy, I guess. I don't know why that is in and of itself a challenge when you have the Technomage as a class that spawns you with 2. You can start off with a wrench, that's 3. And then just like how I did it, you just buy one and you get buy yourself a turret and another wrench and you'll be on 5. So, if anyone wants to do that. Let's see if we can get more elemental damage. Perfect. We're going to get ourselves another wrench and we'll get that. We can't reroll, which is fine. We got another turret, so now we have 6 of them. Now, this does improve our elemental damage. So we are doing 13 elemental damage, which means that our structures have a 5% increased attack rate, which is really good for us. But as always, in these type of games, it's going to take a while before things get really interesting. So we're going to be back when we actually are in the turret mania section of the game. Alright, so an interesting thing about the wrenches is that when they level up, they actually don't increase the damage of your turrets. That is solely reliant on your engineering skill. Instead, it changes what turret spawns. So because we have a level 2 wrench in our hands, we're actually got a little incendiary turret here, which does 8 by 8 damage on fire type, which is really good for our elemental damage buff. So that will hopefully take us a long way. We'll have to see. But we do have another one. We are definitely taking that. More engineering. Another level 2 wrench. Let's see what we get this time. Piercing bullets, which is amazing. We're going to get ourselves another one of those. We'll definitely lock that and get these 2. And that way we have pretty good harvesting, pretty good luck, some good dodge, a really nice amount of engineering. Now it does sadly mean that the consumables heal for less. I believe that was, yeah, this one. And then enemies are also increased by, I forget which item it was, this one, yeah. But that's alright. Back to farming. So let's see if we can actually find this piercing turret. Here it is. It's a laser turret. That's really good. So we are going to have a assortment of turrets just lying around for us, which is amazing. Oh, here we go. We got ourselves another tree up. And we are still just waiting on the inevitable time where this map is filled up with turrets. And I am hoping that we can get a ton of them and have them all do an absurd amount of damage. Right now, each one is already doing 20 damage compared to the 10 from before, which is really good. That means our engineering skill is going up nicely. And just like that, another wave easily cleared. Ooh, we get ourselves a chest. So we got a level up, we got a chest. Terrified Onion. We lose luck, so no, not going to be taking that. We'll take more elemental damage. That's always good. 20% damage and 1 armor, but we lose damage. Now, this isn't damage for our turrets, so I'm not going to take it because I myself don't really need to do damage. We are going to take that because it's engineering. Let's see. Salt water. No, we don't need any of those. Plus one elemental damage every time you get an item that increases elemental damage. Sure, and we're definitely going to lock the toolbox. Don't need any of those. This is cursed. I'm going to actually just straight up buy it because that's really good. Some more elemental damage is perfect. We will eventually be able to get more wrenches, I'm sure. We do have currently 3 times turrets. We have a curse thing now. The more curse that we can get, the better it is, because if we can start cursing the toolbox, stuff like that, we get a massive increase in engineering, which means that our turrets go from doing what looks to be 22, 38, and whatever else damage to doing hopefully hundreds. But we will just have to hope and see. Regardless, all I can say is I can actively now just dodge around the map and I will be able to make it out alive every single time because my turrets take care of everything for me, which is very helpful and very stress relieving. So we're already on wave 7. I forget what the wave goes up to. I think it's wave 20, so we have quite a few waves still ahead of us, which is really fun. We are just going to have to hope to survive them all. But until we are a bit stronger, let's re-roll this again. And again, we could go with that. Yeah, why not? First thing we're going to buy is the toolbox. Then we're going to buy that. And we'll buy the lumberjack. Why not? So Horde will appear on wave 12, which is fine. We're going to just skip on over. Alright, so while we're here in the store, we finally gotten ourselves a hand on a cursed item here. Now, as we can see, we do not do much damage with our church right now. 55. But because of this curse, it does 115 because it goes from 125% of our engineering stat to 263. Hence why we need as many cursed items as we can get. They will be extremely helpful. We also got in a few new items here that allow our turrets to crit, that makes them just overall stronger and will give us a much better time. I'm going to take this because we want crit. I do need some more HP and regen. We might even take dodge, but we lose XP, so we'll actually leave it. It's fine. So now that we have a cursed turret, I do wonder if it has a new look to it. It doesn't, sadly, which is fine. We will survive without it. But we now have a turret that does over 100 damage. It's this one right here. Does 120 damage, which is insane. And when it crits, it does 288, which is also insane. So we are finally getting ourselves a hand on some really, really strong damaging weapons. We just have to kind of stay strong and survive by dodging all of these enemy attacks. I actually nearly died last round because I kept going for money, which I should rarely just leave until later when it is safer. But I kept on running after enemies and all these other wishy-washy things for no reason other than to just pick up some money. I do want to go for any trees that I find because we can get items, and items are important. See? More items. Okay, so on that wave alone, we got 428. We're going to recycle that. Heal when we kill an enemy, but we do lose HP regen, which I'm not too happy about. I'd rather keep my regen. Let's get some dodge up in here, because we could use some dodge. Attack speed, I don't think affects the turrets, because, I mean, they have their own attack speed. We'll take these 3 items here, reroll. Yes, please. And then we'll also get ourselves another level 2 wrench. And reroll here. What is this? So more damage. We will take that just because it is a good item to have. So more damage, more lifesteal, but we do lose 1 engineering, which is a little upsetting. So we'll have to see. Here we go. We do want this. And then we'll take, actually we won't take that one. We will take this one though. And the scope we'll leave it. We don't need the scope. There we go. I was scared that the game had crashed then. So now every time we kill a, well, not right now, but in the next wave, every time we kill a tree, it spawns in another turret for us, which will be really good for us. So we need to also now start looking into maximizing tree spawns if we can. But that is going to be quite the far-fetched idea because we are a little bit unlucky when it comes to those situations. We also got to be very careful. We don't get much when we eat a fruit, so we might actually die here. Shockingly. I just have to play it very safe right now. Incredibly so. Ooh, I'm dead. Ooh. Wait, I'm alive? This is terrifying. This is incredibly terrifying. Excuse me, don't mind me. I was so sure I was dead there. But we actually managed to somehow survive. Holy cow. That is terrifying. We will take that, and then we'll take some more luck. So, first things first, get that, and then we can get that. Now I do want... This is good, that's good, because any elemental damage will do us wonders. Look at our attack speed on the structures. I am terrified of what the next wave holds, though, but we'll just have to hope we don't die. Oh, no, we won't die. That wave was the Horde wave, which I completely forgot about. Now, the game does seem to be suffering a little. It's probably because I have a bunch of apps open on the background, which I probably should close. But, we'll sort it out in a moment here after this wave. I'll just quickly have to sort it out. If we... Maybe... Huh. Okay, I'm just going to Alt-Tab from the game. There we go. We'll be quickly sorting it out now instead. Okay, I've closed the majority of the background apps I have open. Let's hope that helps. I had quite a few task-heavy ones open. I say quite a few. I had basically one, which was just Unity had been opened. I need to be careful. These ranged enemies are rarely hurting. I need to start playing it a lot more safer. Okay, if I actually just stand here, we are pretty much safe because we're surrounded by all of my nice, wonderfully strong turrets, and they are keeping me safe. That's actually really good to know, that I can just sit around them, nearly sit around and be completely safe. Tyler, spawns a little guy. Yes, please. I love a little guy. Let's quickly see if we can get more engineering. There we go. We lost a little bit of money, but that's fine. 12% more damage. We don't need that. No, not lock. I am tempted to take this, but we don't actually need the damage, and I need the max HP. Another tier 3 wrench. Let me combine that so that we get a corrupted tier 4. Explosive bullets dealing 160 damage is insane. We could take this, but we do lose crit chance. I will take it. A banner for more attack speed. We don't actually need that. I could use the baby squid, but we are already a rather high level. We'll just re-roll again instead. Enemies take 10% more damage for 3 seconds when first hit by elemental damage. We're going to take the sledge. We're going to ignore the cube. We're going to take that because the curse, I'm trying to get as much curse as we can. That looks like it. So we now have a explosive turret down here that does 160 damage and is shooting down into nothingness. Beautiful. That little guy does a actual decent amount of damage too, so that's really good to know. I'm just going to stand over here where we're safe. Every time we take damage, I'm going to try every round to secure a little location where I know I'll be safe. And if I take damage, I will do my utmost best to run back there and basically try and survive. So like here, if I stand right here, even if enemies spawn right on top of me, they immediately get exploded. And unless it's like we just saw there, a cursed enemy, they typically should die rather quick. Let's quickly go and look to see if there's any other trees around the place. Now, if I'm right, we do have that one item that every time we kill an enemy, a tree, it spawns in another turret, which it kind of explains why this map is so filled up with turrets, which is amazing to know. Now, we're still only on wave 15 here, so I'm actually going to recycle that because we don't need that. I'm going to get more HP regeneration. If I can get a ton of HP regen, then we're going to be sorted. Definitely take that. I'm going to take landmines. Harvesting increases by an additional 8% at the end of a wave. Definitely take that. I don't need any of those. Another turret. Thank you. Nothing there. just another one of the wrenches, but we are on tier 3 and tier 4 wrenches now, so we don't need any of those. But our curse is increased by quite a bit, which is really good. So we're gonna be back at around wave 20, I hope. Alright, so we're finally moving on to the last wave. Now, only recently I got this really nice medical turret here. So bullets heal 12 of my life, which means I only need like 3 bullets and I'll be at full HP. Um, that'll randomly spawn, so we'll be sitting around that hopefully. I just got this, which is upsetting because if I get this early in the game, I actually get really, really strong. We have 2 of these wandering bots. Now, these are very helpful because they slow down nearby enemies so we can just stand around. And then we got another one of Tyler, which means that we have another little guy around us who's dances. We have 5 turrets, and we are basically just sitting on turret Topia. We do have a nice old pickup range there. I do wish that I got another... well, here's another turret, but it doesn't really matter. Now, we could go endless here, see how strong we can get in the end run, but I do want to just see how strong we can get up to wave 20 for now. Maybe one of the days we'll do a endless run. So our engineering is 53, which is really good because that means that our cursed explosive turret does 241 damage. This does 114. So, you know, there's a 130 damage difference between the curse and non-cursed item. There is a bunch of these ones, which are just normal. Sadly, we obviously don't have any more money, so we can't even get this incendiary turret, but that's fine, because I will show you guys how this run has basically been going. As you can see, the boss is now just going to get lit up. I am going to have to be very... Oh, okay. That is incredibly upsetting. Hey, well, I know what we're doing for our next episode. That is incredibly upsetting. I didn't think to watch out for that, I guess. I actually am still trying to process on what just happened. I immediately just got squashed. Well, don't let that deter you from doing a turret build. It's very strong. During the bosses, just make sure you dodge, unlike me, who completely forgot how the bosses in this game work. That is very upsetting, like I said. I'm going to have to work on that. If you guys want to see what I have built here, you can see here, it allowed me to stay standing still literally for every wave until wave 20, where I just have to next time remember to actually dodge the bosses. But either way, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one, where we hopefully won't lose as the engineer, wherever he is. Peace out.